Hello, everyone. It is Marc Berman from TV Media Insights. It is Wednesday, March 6th, and I would like to welcome you back to our daily videocast. Let's begin today with TV history. Let's go back to 1981. On this day in 1981, the most trusted man in America, Walter Cronkite, stepped down as anchor of the CBS Evening News, and I actually found a YouTube clip of his last appearance. It was 32 years ago. I remember it like it was yesterday. Then, on this day in 1988, NBC introduced a new crime solver called In the Heat of the Night. It was based on the theatrical of Rod Steiger. Carol O'Connor, of course, took over the role as Lieutenant Gillespie. And at the time, I remember thinking, how is Archie Bunker going to become a police detective or lieutenant? And you know what? He did, and you didn't even recognize him as Archie Bunker. Carol O'Connor was one of those actors that was fortunate enough to find long-term success in two very different roles. Now let's go to modern-day television. We have Glee is going to be featured in the next 4 issues of classic comic book Archie. It's on sale. The first issue is on sale today. The characters are going to mesh. And what I found interesting about this, Archie the comic book debuted as a standalone comic book in 1942. So Archie, Jughead, Reggie, Betty, Veronica, the rest of them, they have been in high school right now for 71 years. Well, guess what? They're never going to graduate, but I do imagine Fox will have to graduate the characters from Glee at some point. I don't think Glee is ready to be canceled yet, but I imagine next season will be the final season, and the obstacle any series that is based in a high school faces is the shelf life. It isn't that long. Now, let's head to CBS. They have announced an upcoming reality competition for this summer. It is called the American Baking Competition, and they have just unveiled the host. It is a very familiar face who is very experienced, and his name is Jeff Foxworthy. Jeff, at the moment, is hosting I believe it's called the Great American Bible Challenge, and he recently hosted Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? And here's something interesting. Jeff Foxworthy's manager, his name is J.P. Williams. I knew him as John Williams, and John Williams was my analyst when I worked at Katz Media back in the 1980s. Boy, time has changed, and he has done very well. Now let's head to the network ratings wrap-up for the week of February 25th. We had CBS most watched and number 1 among adults 25 to 54. Fox was number 1 in adults 18 to 34 and adults 18 to 49. But the notable observation was heavy deterioration from 1 year earlier. Now, NBC's slide is the current absence of The Voice, which returns on March 25th, and it proves that one show can ignite an entire network. And Fox's hefty losses is a result of American Idol really losing steam. I tried watching last night. I did like the auditions, but I am just not into it, and obviously a lot of you are not either. Now, heading to syndication, we have the national ratings for the week of February 18th. Remember, syndication is 1 week behind. The usual story, the off-net airing of The Big Bang Theory from Warner Brothers was tops in households. We had Wheel of Fortune from CBS Television Distribution second, Judge Judy third, Jeopardy fourth. You know, shows like Judy, Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, Entertainment Tonight, they last for decades. But the notable observation was the talk show category was up year to year. Most of the shows on the plus side, which is very good news for talkers. Over at cable, the Esquire network, which is the reboot of G4, which is debuting on April 22nd, they have announced 2 more original non-scripted series. They are called How I Rocket and Risky Listing, and I have the descriptions of those shows on our newsletter today and at our website. And then finally, OWN has announced a revamped Saturday. It will go into effect in April, and it will feature docuseries with LaToya Jackson and Kim Whitley. I can't help it. I like LaToya Jackson. She's currently featured on Celebrity Apprentice, and because I know Donald Trump likes her as well, she will probably last a long time. And that is our daily videocast from TV Media Insights on this 6th day of March. I want to thank you for joining me, and I'll be back with more news about my favorite medium, television, tomorrow. Have a great day.